and I haven't done an update video yet, but I want to kick off the video even though this is coming out on the 13th. Just releasing a special little thoughts. I'm giving my thoughts on all the families today that lost their lives to September 11th attacks, or to the September 11th attacks. Eventually I do want to make the trek up to New York and go and check out the memorial myself, but unfortunately I don't have the money nor the ability to make that trip anytime soon. So hopefully one day. It's something I've been wanting to visit since I first learned about 9/11, because when 9/11 happened I was only 2 years old. So unfortunately, I don't really know what you say that fortunately or unfortunately, I was never able to comprehend what was going on. But anyway, with that out of the way, it is of course the early part of September, and I wanted to go ahead and knock out the September channel update. I haven't had time to do this due to a lot of factors, including mainly school, has been really holding me back from having that time, as it takes up the majority of my day. But anyway, we're gonna kick it off with truck stuff, and that's why I'm currently outside. I'm burning up because it's like the evening hours for me. This is usually about the time the sun is like directly in my face whenever I'm anywhere. So I'm burning up right now to film this. But the truck is behind me, of course, as you guys can probably tell. You might not be able to see it because I'm sitting taller than it is. But anyway, we did have an issue with the transmission recently. The transmission was slipping in between first and second and third. And originally I was like, crap, 5R50 5E problems, it's getting ready to go out on me again, or go out on me in general, because it's gone out before in this truck, but it was before I got it. So it is currently on its second transmission, and I do not want to put a third one in it. Fortunately, it was just low on fluid. I went to, as you guys saw in the last video, went to AutoZone, picked up transmission fluid, and topped the truck off, and it is running perfectly fine. I even let her rip on a little road today and right in gear like it was supposed to. So I'm not worried about it anymore. Transmission's running perfectly normal. Besides that though, the truck has been pretty not problematic. We fixed the rough idle when we put that air filter in. That was probably one of the easiest fixes I could have ever done. It was $40 or $30 for an air filter, and then that was game. You know, it was just a matter of relocating everything. So very easy fix. Put the truck back to its normal self. Of course, someone decides to cut the yard. Anyway, but with that though, there's like a couple little things that still need to mess with on the truck for now. And it's probably going to go dry for a little while. And the reason that it's going to be a dry spell is because I'm still saving up money for the engine project, which means I really got to cut it down on what I get for the truck until the time comes. So in case I need to modify my exhaust setup, I can and probably will. I probably will, tamper around with a couple other little things at the same time as the engine project is going on. I'll go more into depth on the engine project when the time comes. I currently have the majority of the parts fund together. I have about half the parts fund put together for what I need. I could buy one of the biggest parts of the setup right now. I'm just choosing to wait because I don't want to fill the house up with car parts for an engine project, or the engine project won't be happening until early next year. And there's a couple other stuff that'll come with that, but I'll announce that further when it's closer to the time of the engine project to start. As for the setup on everything else, there's of course some maintenance things to take care of. I've already got brake pads sitting in the house that I'm still waiting to put on because the brakes are still shot in the truck right now. I'm trying literally to drive it as little as possible, but with my schedule, I mean, I have no choice. And I have had little to no time to put the brake pads on, because taking apart the front brakes probably would take about an hour and a half, 2 hours. With my pace on working on the cars, if I were to try to do it by myself, and doing the rear is probably about the same. So it's just my problem is finding the time to put everything together, because it could take like 4 to 6 hours probably for me to get everything done, because I'm very slow when I was working on cars. Which is why I'm just trying to find a day that my dad and I can tag team. My dad has done brake jobs so many times that we could probably knock everything out in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So hopefully sometime soon we can get that done. Because I'm starting to hate driving it, because I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to stop. Anyway, as for car care, I guess we could go on with that. You guys already saw I bought more soap. I'm probably going to be picking up some more Patterson car care stuff very soon. I've got some ideas for some birthday gifts and Christmas gifts coming up for the guys that will be kind of going around some of the Patterson car care stuff a little bit because they seem to enjoy a little bit of it. But hopefully very soon I'll probably be able to wax the truck properly. Michael's already done the hood, which is a good start. The hood looks better. The paint is just too damaged, and which is why I've avoided waxing it most of the time. It's not just that; it's just time consumption as well. It's such a bigger vehicle than, say, the Kia, for example, which I'll go into later on the video because I think it deserves an update. I'm gonna wait to get it painted before I do anything with the paint, like do any sort of like extreme wax job or anything like that. Because the new paint job, I've already picked out the color. I just gotta get everything ordered one day and find a shop that'll do it for not terribly expensive. Because there's a lot of body damage needs repaired on the truck. A lot of you guys have noticed the scrape, and that'll get repaired, or probably want to replace the entire bumper. Because I do have some ideas of getting some custom fat bumpers made. I just gotta find a place that would do custom bumpers and like mold something like that for me. I've got an idea. My plan is to go complete color match as well. You guys know my 03 was one of the 03, I believe, was one of the first model years to have color match bumpers on the Sport Tracks, and mine being an XLS obviously doesn't have that. There might be some XLSs that have them out there, I don't know, but I plan on going color match, especially with the new bumper that I'm currently in the process of like designing in my head. I want to see I want to get in touch with an actual bumper designer who can design something like what I've got in mind. But that's that. So I guess we're gonna move into the Kia. It might be in frame, might not be. I don't feel like grabbing the camera and trying to rotate my entire positioning to get what the Kia can be in somewhat frame. But currently we've got plans for the car. We haven't exactly figured out a timeline on when things are gonna happen with it, but my parents have kind of figured out what they want to do with the car. As I've said in other videos involving around the car, I've had a lot of people comment trying to get parts off of it. The car is not being parted out. The car is not gonna be rotting away. Currently the car has only been sitting because we have not had the funds and the resources to fix it up. And my dad does want to keep the car. I want to keep the car. But most important thing, we're going to keep it for my sister's first car. She turns 15, and I believe next year. So she'll be getting a learner's permit, and she wants to learn to stick. So we have the perfect car, and we're holding on to it for that very reason alone. So like I was saying, the Kia's not being sold, not being parted out, not rotting away. We're still going to be messing around with it a little bit, and probably moving up to my sister's 15th birthday, we're going to be messing around with the car a lot. And especially because I've got some other ideas going on next year, I'll be coming back here, if that gives any hint, to help mess around with the Kia and get it back on the road. That's basically it. We haven't had much to do with that car. I've had stuff I've wanted to do to it, but my parents are just shooting down the ideas left and right, kind of. So that's why nothing's happened with the car. I've been wanting to tinker with it for months, but unfortunately, I have to listen to my parents on it. It's not my car to touch. So that's kind of that. I guess gaming stuff. So obviously you guys have been able to tell I've had a lot more time than usual to film videos. You know, most of the time I would come home from work and I would do a sit-down video similar to this, but I would not be in the garage with a tripod set up and a chair out here with the truck parked behind me. And the reason for that is I did leave advance. And before people start commenting like, "Oh, you're such a expletive here for leaving advance, you finally had a job, why did you do that," all that crap. I want to get something out of the way, in that I was actually slightly mistreated. And I'm not going to go into extreme detail on what happened. I mean, I can't even say slightly mistreated. My parents will have labeled it as mistreatment. My not only management, but customers and stuff like that. I did have some good coworkers, but I'm not going to call the store by name because I don't want to drag anything out longer than they have to be. I'm not going to try to start a legal case or anything like that at this time. But I was just, they worked me too hard basically, and they treated me kind of bad. So, and it's not as much like a thick skin problem as more as a professionalism problem. I was mocked quite a lot when I was there. So the problem is not as much being jokey and stuff like that, even though it was kind of malicious, some of the jokes that were made or some of the actions that were made towards me. But the professionalism factor of it all. When you're working in any field, you need to maintain a level of professionalism that was not maintained at this store. And like I said, not going to call them out by name, not going to call anyone out in particular. I'm just going to leave it at that. So that's why I left Advanced, and I made an entire video on it that I never uploaded because I was afraid of backlash. But at this point, I don't give a crap. It's all said and done anyway. At the time that I made the video, I had left mentally, but officially I was still on their payroll. So I'm probably gonna get one last check from them coming in probably next week, this week, some point, and then that's game over. I'm done there. But I've already lined up another job. I'm perfectly still employed in a way. It may not be with the corporation, but I'm still be making just as much as I did there, maybe a bit less. But for what I'm doing, it's a lot better because it goes around my school schedule, and I can still come out here and make videos that I enjoy. Even though I don't enjoy making sit-downs like this, I prefer to be out there making vlogs and cutting up with my friends. But back to the topic of gaming, we're going to be bringing gaming streams back finally. And the reason I have not done gaming streams in so long was because of a few things. School and work in particular held me back really hard. And made it difficult for me to go out and sit down at night to play games for a few hours. So we're going to start bringing those back again on nights I don't have homework to do, particularly Thursday nights. I'll probably be firing up some Grand Theft Auto or something like that. I already did a test stream last weekend to kind of show off what I've been working on with the gaming streams because I haven't let them completely die. I've been working on a preset on OBS for them and everything to try to make these gaming streams that are going to be coming back soon better than what I did before. Instead of having full screen with no interaction between the three of us being visible, everything was over voice. We're doing a completely new setup where, since all three of us own a laptop with a webcam, or in other cases, phones, for example, we're going to have our faces, all three of us are going to be able to have our faces shown. And by all three of us, I mean myself, Hayden, and Michael. Are going to all three, or even more. If we have more people like Dalton and Casey joining in the action, we'll have all their faces shown on Skype. That way we can have maximum, realistic interactions between all of us for you guys. And, we've got a lot of ideas currently to just help out and get these streams back up. Hopefully soon we'll get back into them. But all three of us have had a hard time finding time recently, as Michael's been out of town, Hayden started his new job, and of course myself with school. But gaming streams are coming back very soon. Also, when it comes to gaming content that I've already published, such as the NES video, which came out on Tuesday, the reason for that video was originally I had plans to go over to Hayden's house. It was going to be a gaming-ish video anyway, as we were going to play Super Smash Bros. Melee for most of the night anyway. Plans fell through, so that's why we didn't do it. So that's why I talked about the NES. And I'm going to be buying more game systems, trust me. That won't be the last of look what I bought today, guys video. So there's going to be more of them. I'm going to do more videos of the NES. I'm going to do cleaning stuff. As you know, I'm not going to be doing gaming videos in the sense of Let's Plays. I'm going to be doing gaming videos in just a sense of talking about what experiences I've had in certain games, how certain games have changed the course of my life, and stuff of that nature, and of course talking about some of the consoles I've purchased. Eventually I'll do a video giving a collection tour of all my consoles once I have a couple more systems in the collection, and a proper setup for all of them. As my TV stand is run out of spots where I can run cables to the back of them. I mean, I can still have systems there, but you got to figure things out with cable management. But that's that. I think literally I've covered as much as I can in this video. It's already pretty long. It's probably one of the longest updates we've had, but I wanted to get everything out there in one ginormous video. So with all that said, guys, thank you guys so much for all the support. We're nearing 400 subscribers. Hopefully very soon we can hit it. And now that I'm not working at Advance, I can make Captain Octane videos the way they were meant to be and released on the same day versus having to wait till Tuesday to upload them. So, with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.